Hey guys, it is Dawn, and I help purpose-driven women entrepreneurs confront the fears that are keeping them back from making the income and living the lifestyle that they need in order to impact the world in a big way. So, I have a question for you. Have you ever been in a place where you were about ready to make a big leap forward in your business or your personal life or a relationship, and all of a sudden you come up against a block? You know, this is something that we all confront, and those blocks that come up is what I'd like to talk about today. Anytime that we are getting ready to move forward in our business or our life and to get to that next level, the subconscious thoughts that we have had that have presented themselves arise, and it's almost like it's a time to purge that out. In order to move forward, it's like you have all this stuff that you've shoved into your backpack on your journey, and when you are about to step up to the next level, in the terrain, you have to remove crud from your backpack because it just gets too heavy. You have to lighten the load and make room for more truth that you can then share with those who you are called to serve. So I'm going to share a little story with you. I actually just finished up booking my international flight. It's my first international flight, and my coaching business is growing at a great rate, and so it has become necessary for me to start flying internationally. I'm actually going to head out to Italy, and I am super stoked about it, and I was super excited about this as it was coming up. I knew it was on the horizon. I knew that this trip to Italy was coming along, and you know, what happened though is I got to the point where I got to sit down and actually make the plans, book the flight, book the hotel, get things in place to make it happen. And I came up against a huge block. And you know, I really wasn't expecting it to come up. And isn't that how it is? You know, we never really expect it, these blocks that come up, to be as big as they are. But all of a sudden we're in the circumstance and it's like, I can't move forward. I can't move forward. Here I am on my journey. I've got this backpack full of stuff. I want to move up to the next boulder so that I can get up on the next level towards my vision and my mission. But I can't. It's like huge. It's overwhelming. And so I sat down and literally it took me 3 hours to book my flight. I'm looking at the incoming flights, I'm looking at the outgoing flights, I'm pulling up pictures of the airplane to choose my seats, and these thoughts are presenting themselves, you know, over and over and over in a huge, strong way. All right, well, I should probably sit over the top of the wing because if we crash, you know, then I have a better chance of survival. And oh my gosh, what am I gonna do about the unrest in the world? What if I get to Italy? I'm stuck in Italy. I have 3 children. I have a husband. I'm never coming home. What are they gonna do without me? Here I go to this country. I don't know how to speak Italian. I have never been on an international flight or a trip before without my husband of 20 years. I'm going to be there by myself. And so all this crud starts popping up. And so I have the choice then what to do with that, because I'm weighing this out and I'm thinking, okay, I know that I need to start going international. I need to make the choices to go forward in order to reach forward to my calling, and yet I am being bombarded with fear. So what I'd like to do in this video is I would like to share with you 3 strategies that you can use in order to combat fear. And these are the strategies that I use when I combat fear or fear comes up. See, fear is something that every single one of us comes up against. Whether you are making $1 million, billion, trillion in your business, or you're just starting out as a coach, fear is a confronting, presenting issue for every single person. Every single time you get ready to step up to the next level and pursue your calling, you confront fear. And so here are my 3 strategies to do that, okay? First of all is to understand that fear is going to arise. Fear will arise anytime that you are about to move forward. So anticipating that and preparing for it is a very good strategy to help you be aware of the fact that these feelings are going to arise. They're going to come up. Anytime you're about to make a big decision, they are going to present. And just having that awareness that it's coming can help you to be prepared for it. The second thing to do is to realize that your mind is somewhat like a funnel. It's somewhat like a funnel. So we have presenting circumstances, we have learned patterns and behaviors, and those are like all of the things that are at the top of the funnel. The top of our mind is our conscious mind from here up. That is all of the things we are aware of. All of those thoughts like, oh my goodness, the plane is going to crash. That could happen. You know, this could happen. That could happen. All of the things that ego is actually trying to protect us from. So those are the presenting thoughts in the top part of the funnel. Your mind also then has the subconscious. And the only thing that the subconscious can do is cause actions to come out of what is presented to it. So here you have the conscious mind, here you have the subconscious mind, here you have the body that then works out or acts out what funnels through the subconscious mind. So in the subconscious, that is where we cultivate what comes to fruition. So besides being aware of the fact that fear is going to present itself, what we can do as a second strategy in combating it to move forward is to put up a filter between the conscious mind and the subconscious mind to make the choice to decide which thoughts you're going to allow through your filter. Which of these conscious thoughts, as they present themselves, these fears, these learned patterns, these repetitive thoughts, are we going to allow to come into our subconscious, which then automatically comes out in our actions. So the presence of that filter and the choice to start being aware of the thoughts that you're thinking is extremely important. So once you have that filter in place and you are aware of what's coming in through your conscious mind, you are able to make choices as to whether or not you're going to accept that thought. So the thought comes in. This plane might crash. No, I'm not going to choose to accept that thought. Throw it out. My children may not be okay while I'm gone. Take that. Ooh, throw it out. Okay? So you're setting a choice for yourself. You're making a choice whether I'm going to absorb this thought and dwell on it, or am I going to throw it out? Because those thoughts, again, are what is trying to keep us from our calling. It's trying to keep us from our calling, from our actions. The ego wants to keep you safe, and to move into what you're here for and your purpose requires the fact that you take control and you take power back over your mind, over your subconscious mind, and what actions come out of that. The third strategy is what I like to call lie replacement therapy. Some people call it affirmations, but I kind of like the thought of lie replacement therapy, because what is happening is the conscious mind, out of the past hurts and other circumstances and the ego wanting to keep us safe, presents a lot of irrational thoughts that are actually comprised of lies. And so what you can do to combat that is to have a list of affirmations or lie replacement therapy statements that specifically combat the thoughts that are coming in. And so, for instance, a thought may present itself as you're moving forward into your calling in making that decision. I can't do this. This is too big. So having that statement that immediately you can say out loud and verbalize to yourself, it comes out of your mouth, into your ears, into your mind, into your subconscious, and results in your actions. Having that statement that says, no, I am a champion and I easily overcome every obstacle in my way in reaching my dreams. So you have prepared a list beforehand, or as these lies come up into your mind, into your conscious mind, when they present, you then formulate an affirmation statement that you can verbalize immediately and put out there so that you can confront that and move forward. Because isn't that the point, really? The point why we're here on this earth is to achieve what it is that we've been put here for. So we have a choice to decide whether or not we're going to do that. We have the right to take back power over what we think, over our mind. And when we don't take back that power, that is what keeps us in victimization. That is what keeps us from being a winner. It's what keeps us from making the impact in the world that we were designed to make. So those 3 strategies are what I used to combat my fear of getting that plane booked for Italy and getting those things out there. And to be honest, you know, again, fear is something that we all confront. It's something that we all go through. So don't feel like you're alone. You know, every single one of us has to fight this battle while we're here. We have to choose to walk in the truth and to combat the lies that keep us from making a difference. So I hope you enjoyed this video today with the 3 strategies to overcome fear. If you think this video would be helpful to anyone, I would love for you to share it. Also, I would love to hear your comments and questions, anything that you would like to say, any thoughts that you have in the comments below the video. And one other thing is that if you enjoy these videos and you would like to be part of an awesome kick-in group of women who are on fire to really push one another to confront the blocks that they're having and be successful in their callings, then I would like to invite you to be part of my private Facebook group. You can find that at facebook.com/groups/Firefly Women. That's FYREWOMEN. That is it for today. I love you all, and this is to your success.